Hey Gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey.
I'm Holly.
Back there is Tucker.
Yep, that's me.
And way back there is another toy for another video in our Polaris Ranger. But today we are driving and towing with the 2023 Wagoneer, Grand Wagoneer Series 3 Obsidian. And in this video, not only are we going to talk about how it fits our family of three, which I think is quite well, but we're also going to get Holly's opinion on how this thing tows something that weighs something. Stay tuned. All right, Holly. This is a first for us. We've never towed on the channel before, and I've never ridden with you while towing before. So lots of firsts going today. It's going to be a little different review, but let's stick to our format as much as possible with this one. We've got the 2023, technically speaking, Wagoneer, Grand Wagoneer. Because Wagoneer is a sub-brand of Jeep, so that would make that the brand, and the model is Grand Wagoneer, and that just means we're in something very luxurious.
Very big.
And very luxurious. But why don't we start outside, then we'll come inside, then we'll get driving and towing impressions from you. What are your thoughts on the look of this big vehicle?
First things first, my massage seat turned off, so.
Okay. So what if I told you there's another screen in here purely for controlling stuff like comfort and convenience, things just
You've
like that.
been hiding that.
I have. I wanted to get that surprise on camera. But okay, exterior styling, we'll get into the screens here in a little bit.
And there are a lot of them.
Yes, 75 inches plus. Anyway,
I have 3 screens back here.
Tucker's got 3 back there. We've got 9 up here, or 9 in total. So
Dang.
yeah. Anyway, thoughts on exterior styling, babe?
Well, white's not my favorite color, I'll say that. Especially when you have a big boxy car like this, it just makes it look even more like a refrigerator to me. That combined with there's not just a ton of curves and unique, interesting things to look at, but it's not ugly.
No, it is not. So they have taken the Jeep family styling and applied it here to Wagoneer on the biggest vehicle they've ever made, on a modified version of the Ram 1500 platform. So big truck-based SUV. To your point about there being no curves, past this pillar right here, there literally are no curves. It's all boxy and square and chunky, which boxy is in right now, so it's not a terrible thing. It's not overstyled.
It's not overstyled.
There are definitely some competitors in this market that are overstyled.
I will say this. I can respect an overstyled vehicle because at least they tried to do something different. True.
But
there's no droopy diaper on this guy.
No, there is not. Just a big refrigerator box, as you say. We have the Obsidian package, which is the black wheels, the black roof, the black grille and accents. You said white isn't your favorite, but do you like this Obsidian package?
On the inside?
On the outside.
Oh, on the outside?
Yeah, the black wheels, grille, and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, definitely those are the pieces that add the interesting elements to the vehicle.
Yeah. And then we've got all LED lighting out there. So yeah, big boxy SUV. Derek Jeter drives one of these. The legendary shortstop from the...
oh, well, now we got to get one.
Yeah, because Derek Jeter drives one. But
Derek Jeter's got a lot more money than we do.
Yes, he does. He's also getting paid to drive one. All right, moving...
So are we!
Moving inside, what are your thoughts in here? Because this being the Series 3, it's the tippy top. This is the Cadillac Escalade Fighter. Everything is wrapped in leather, dash, panels. What are your thoughts in here?
There ain't nothing bad to say about the interior. It is really pretty and everything is soft. And I mean, even the dash is soft.
Soft leather wrapped.
Soft leather
We've got
wrapped. You've got
aluminum up here. This is real metal.
But it's like all texture, no fake stuff here.
No. And the engine start-stop button is staring right at you. It's not like hidden, buried behind the steering wheel. That's really nice.
The seats are comfortable.
And are massaging us.
The massage is a real massage, not like the breath of a thought of a massage like you get in some of the cars.
I have two-person memory over here. You have two-person memory over there. 20-way adjustable seats. You have adjustable pedals, a telescoping power steering wheel, all kinds of luxuries up here. Heat, ventilation. And this does something that I have not seen on any other vehicle. In both the heat and the ventilation, you can choose backrest only, seat bottom only, or both. Same with our massage. We can choose seat bottom only, seat back only, or all. So very configurable.
Fancy schmancy.
And even back there in the second row, we've got heated and ventilated seats.
And massage seats?
No massage seats back there, but heat and ventilation back there.
Still nice.
And Tucker alluded to having 3 screens back there. He too has one of these screens to control his 2-zone climate back there, 4-zone climate total in this vehicle.
Wow.
So he can control all his comfort settings from his 10.25-inch screen. We can control all of ours. I also have a 10.25-inch screen over here in front of me where I can do things like access the cameras, including fam cam, where I can keep an eye on Tucker over here, or we can come over here, go to vehicle and fam cam, and boom, there's Tucker right there.
There he is.
Or we can look at our cooler or the center console or any one of the back 3 seats that do fit an adult quite comfortably.
I like that.
Which, I guess, perfect segue to installing Tucker's child safety seat, both rearward facing, forward facing, and all the way back in that 3rd row. Okay, we cannot talk about the Grand Wagoneer without talking about second seat comfort and luxury. I'm gonna do something I normally don't do, and I'm gonna climb back in here before I bring Tucker's child safety seat in, because we do have a nice recline, and we do have a power slide, all of which will come in handy when we're installing his child safety seat. But there's a lot of stuff, unfortunately, Tucker can't take advantage of in a car seat back here. From the storage with the remotes for the HDMI, or for the very high definition screens back here, to the large center console down here that is felt lined and will keep stuff from rattling, just like this is felt lined as well. Lots of storage here, a couple cup holders, a digital screen for rear comfort. You can turn the screen off. You've got heated and ventilated seats right here. Just absolutely top notch when it comes to comfort. We have USB-A and USB-C on both sides of the back of the center console here. We do have a 115 volt, 150 watt household style plug back here. We've got a couple air vents on the back of the center console and a couple air vents on the B pillars here. So you can get some air back here, but unfortunately there are no roof mounted air vents. These are speakers up here. So when it comes to airflow to a rear-facing car seat, it's not the best. I will note, though, that we do have fam cam in this, which works really well for rear-facing car seats. But let's go ahead and bring Tucker's car seat up into the vehicle. This is the same car seat he used when he was rear-facing, and I'm going to go ahead and recline it to that rear-facing mode. And you can already see a potential problem with this screen right here. So while I do have the seat all the way back, and this seat about where I was riding in it earlier, I do see just a little bit of a gap in between his car seat and the screen here, but I would go ahead and move this seat forward just a smidge, just to make sure that you're not going to be damaging this screen long term. But the big boxy shape of this vehicle really means that it is very easy to get this in. But let's see what that means for front passenger space. All right, so like I said, I moved the seat forward just ever so slightly, but with these steps and everything, it is very easy to get into the vehicle. I'm not going to close the door, and I'm going to show you just how much room I have in here. There's no shortage of space in here. This is a full-size body-on-frame SUV. You know there's going to be plenty of room, even when you have a rear-facing car seat behind you. All right, back to the back seats here. We're going to go ahead and flip this around for forward-facing duty and put this in its intended position for Tucker as he's been riding in this video. Gonna go ahead and drop that top tether back behind, and the lower latches are exposed here. There's a nice cutout around them with some cloth material directly around them, so durable, gonna last. So that's very nice. Like I said, these do recline, so you can get the right pitch to fit the car seat, and then you can slide them forward quite a bit and actually get to the top tether on the backside back here. So you can actually install the car seat in totality from the side of the vehicle. And unlike the rear seats, which we'll show you here in a little bit, we aren't really destroying the leather on the backs of these seats. So nice touch there. But my absolute favorite feature of all of these second row seats that work in relation with the third row seats is how they flip and fold for you to get back in the back. So with Tucker's car seat in place, obviously without him in it, I can flip and fold them forward, and then I can climb back into the back seat. Okay, so for the third row, I have actually moved over to the driver's side of the vehicle for a few different reasons. One, we have a 60-40 split bench third row seat in here, with the 60% being on the passenger side, 40% being on the driver's side, and the driver's side is the only side with lower latch points. So if you want 3 across seating back here, it's definitely wide enough to squeeze 3 in. 3 would be tight, but the only one that has lower latch points are here on the driver's side. I will also note that these are power recline third row seats, so that's a very nice touch here in the back row. Very comfortable. And go ahead and pull this back. When I was at the Detroit Auto Show, I mentioned that this was the #1 best third row in a big body-on-frame SUV, and you can see why. I am in a chair-like seating position thanks to the independent rear suspension. This is very comfortable back here. I've got plenty of room in front of me with the seat here. I've got air vents, I've got power recline, I've got a cup holder, I've got power, I've got nice armrest, nice leather all the way around. This really is a good third row seat. And then getting out, you can actually have a child seat in that second row. But let's go ahead and we will get Tucker's child seat and bring it around. Nice big opening on these very square doors in the Grand Wagoneer. We will throw the top tether back to the back so we don't have to worry about that. Get our lower latches in place right here. There are nice little cutouts in the seats that allow you to see the lower latches. This one's going to be a little tricky just because, there we go. A little tight fit back here. Again, this vehicle's wide enough. You could fit 3 across, but it would going to be a tight fit, I think, for 3 across, but you can see just how easy this is to get in with those lower latch points. Plenty of room in here to work around, but let's see that very back top tether and how much room is behind the third row of this one. All right, back of the Grand Wagoneer, power operated hatch. And you can see we do have top tethers all the way across back here, but again, you had to use a seatbelt method for either of these 2 seats. The center seatbelt actually does deploy from the ceiling. And then top tethers, very easy to get to. It's going to be a 2-handed process, and I am going to go ahead and call this out. gonna cause some long-term damage, I do believe, to the seat if you do have a car seat fixed in place back here for a long period of time. So I don't highly recommend putting a car seat back here and leaving it back with this top tether tightened down. It is going to take 2 hands for me to fully get that tightened down, but I did want to show you just what that was like. It is really close and really easy to get to. We have a nice bit of cargo space back here. It is very square and very easy to fill up just because of its size. I'm going to look under the carpet here, which is easier said than done. We do have a false load floor here with a little bit of extra storage. There are our roof cross rails, so we do get roof cross rails for some additional rooftop storage if we want it. But we've got that there. And then if I could get that to stay in place, you can see underneath here is where your jack is and all your stuff for changing a flat. And we will peek up underneath here to see there is your spare tire. It does look like it is a full-size spare for our 22s, but I still wouldn't want to run on that regularly. And again, being that it's outside, it's going to be a little dirty when you go to change it. The last thing I want to call out is we have power reclining seats here, which I showed you earlier, but you can also fold them from back here in the back to extend your cargo space. And now, again, because of the huge boxy shape of this, you've got tons of space. And we'll go ahead and show you even more space. So just an absolute cave here inside the Grand Wagoneer. And if this isn't enough for you, you can get an Escalade ESV rivaling Grand Wagoneer L with a longer wheelbase and a bigger compartment back here behind the third row. So that's a nice touch. And Stellantis products put the hatch close button here on the side. So while you can program it to different heights, you can see I'm 5'10", this is as high as it goes. You don't need to, you can just push the button right here. It beeps to let you know that it's about to come down. And there you go. Now, let's hop back inside with Holly and Tucker. Yeah, a lot going on up here with screens. So you have a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster. We have a 12-inch digital screen here, a 10.25-inch screen here, a 10.25-inch screen here. You have a digital rear view mirror camera. You have a head-up display. We have two 10.1-inch TVs on the backs of our seats, and Tucker has a 10.25-inch comfort screen back there. Over 75 inches of screen real estate in this vehicle, and that does not include the rear view camera mirror or the head-up display. So lots of screens in this.
Lots going on.
And then when it comes to mirrors, we also have this small mirror right here, so we can actually see Tucker's face, and you can turn that into a mirror if you'd like. But I'm helping keep an eye on our Polaris back there with it in camera mode.
It's not really a very good view, though.
No,
I mean, all you could really see is it flying off, if that were the case.
At least I would be the first to know. But yeah, lots of stuff going on up here. What do you want to cover first?
The cooler.
With our nice cold water in here, because we're about to have a long adventure. This cooler fits 6 bottles of water very nicely, all standing vertically, keeps them nice and cold, and that is standard.
Oh.
It's both a good and a bad thing, because it really cuts down on storage in here, because
I don't even care.
Tucker also has a center console without the cooler, and it is like a massive gaping hole back there. So tons of storage back there, but you like the cooler.
Love the cooler. I mean, if we're going to take up storage space, it better be with a cooler.
We also have a little roller shade here where we've got the keys to our Ranger, some power in here. We've got power back behind this auxiliary screen back here, including a Qi wireless charger. USB-C ports everywhere. But yeah, lots of stuff going on in this vehicle. I like how the Qi wireless charger now is out of sight, out of mind. So I'm not tempted to text and drive.
Yeah.
So that's a nice touch.
That is a nice touch.
Yeah.
I like it. And then I have like, you know, this little compartment over here.
And right there as
And
well.
right there, so fancy. I mean, the storage really is thoughtful, and there's a lot of versatility so that like you may like to put something somewhere different than I like to put it, but both have been thought of.
I will say there are some shortcomings with storage. This is ridiculously tiny.
Pretty small, yeah.
But yeah.
There's not a great place to put a purse.
No.
And it is, you know, something that women think about. Like, you can't just put your purse like on the passenger seat if you weren't here because of smash and grabs, and it's just not safe. So I will say, not a lot of great places to put a purse for a driver here. But this is a vehicle you would be chauffeured in, and if you were riding in the back, again, talking to the rear seat storage, not only do we have the inside of that massive center console, but the front side of it too has a big gaping hole where you can hide some stuff like your purse. So all rows in the back,
have lots of storage in this, and plenty of room back there in all 3 rows for adults to sit comfortably. But yeah, I wasn't going to give up my massage seat to ride back there. But yeah, sunshades.
To be chauffeured.
Sunshades.
Yeah, that is one thing. If you were chauffeured, you wouldn't have a massage seat in the back.
Yeah, but you do get heat and ventilation, so there's still that. We get our manual sunshades on the rear doors, but not in the very back with those very big back windows back there. Interesting. Other thoughts, interior design and material wise?
I like the
massive.
Yeah,
we don't even have it open all the way.
Yeah, we don't. Massive roof window.
Did you know that there is a third panel of glass over the back row of seats?
I did, but only because you sent me pictures. So even the back row has one, which is nice. Visibility is really good. And I will say, are we talking about driving impressions yet?
Go for it.
That I'm pretty surprised that it feels effortless to tow something.
Yeah, it hides that trailer very well. So that is because we do have an adaptive air ride suspension with load leveling. This is a very heavy vehicle, but I can tell you, even towing an empty trailer before we put the Ranger on it, it was hard to tell that there was anything back there. It was like, what, trailer?
I mean, you said that we were going to tow it with this, and I was kind of like, well, okay, well, that's going to be miserable. No issues. Yeah.
Quite comfortable. The issue is the tow rating. So the max tow rating of this vehicle is 9,800 pounds, but the more I dug around on the consumer-facing website for Wagoneer, there was a 5,000 and some change, like 5,300 pound tow rating. And we do have the trailering package, so we have the integrated trailer brake. Stellantis doesn't do a nifty trailering sticker like General Motors does, so I can't tell what this exact one can tow. But I would definitely have to research a little bit more if we were buying this to tow a horse trailer or a camper or something a little more substantial than our Polaris.
But our Polaris is easy peasy.
Yes, it is. And even going over bumps, like the ride in this.
So smooth.
Yes.
Like no issues.
Yes. How's the power?
The power is good.
So I will note we are in tow haul mode, which does change how it shifts and makes it accelerate a little bit slower.
If you go on, you can get in front of me, little car. I'm gonna let you go, but you gotta find the gas pedal. Come on now, soul.
I will say we are in tow haul mode with this, so that does change the shift points, makes it a little more sluggish to accelerate. We also do have the added weight back there, but 510 horsepower, 500 pound-feet of torque from an inline 6 twin turbo.
Yeah.
Pretty good engine in this. It is a little bit thirsty. I will say that.
Yeah.
Why don't you hit the OK button on your left thumb there? We are in this tow experiment. In 31.8 miles of towing this so far, we're getting 11 mpg. So it is a little on the thirsty side. We were getting around 13 before putting a trailer on it. So that number too is a little biased. We've done a lot of idling, filming multiple reviews on this vehicle, but don't expect stellar fuel economy even from 2 less cylinders in that twin turbo inline 6.
What do they say you get?
We to that point already? 14 city, 20 highway, 17 combined. So I can see that maybe you would get that. Again, we've been idling this one a lot, using the massage seats in between takes with filming multiple videos, but yeah, pretty comfortable. Care to guess the price?
I will probably cry at the price. You're not disagreeing over there. $127.
Yeah?
114.
Yes.
114.
114, 180. So this being the
It's
tippity top, I do feel like it's missing a few things that this segment would want. This is a first attempt at a big, luxurious SUV.
What could it be missing? What is it missing?
Soft closed doors.
Oh, you got it cooler.
They're just a few.
And like I said, stellar
Yeah.
massage seats.
Yes.
Stellar.
So
Probably the best massage seats we've been in.
Okay.
In my opinion.
And we've sampled a Mercedes S-Class. So.
Yeah, better than that. Was that the deflated pillow?
Yeah.
I mean, it was still nice, despite my description just that now, but not as good as this.
So will this find its way long-term into our driveway? Not our garage, because she don't fit, but into our driveway.
It's too big. I mean, I really love it. I
Yeah.
don't want to see her go.
Oh, interesting.
I love it. We gotta make more money before then. So like, subscribe,
Comment, follow.
comment, follow. You didn't do Tucker's child seat
Yes, I did.
installation.
Yes, I
Oh, you did. Okay.
How's the steering wheel before we sign off?
I love the steering
Yeah,
wheel.
yeah.
It's nice. It's pretty.
Yeah.
It's comfy.
And there's a third grip on the very bottom for you just to drive
right
it.
here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
I've been
Well,
doing it.
On that note, that we really want it but can't afford it, please hit that subscribe button down below, ring the bell so that you will be notified every time we drop a new video. You can find Holly on social media, Facebook, Instagram at Female Consumer. You can find all things GT Garage Talk at GT Garage Talk, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, TikTok, YouTube, Threads, everything at GT Garage Talk, or you can go to gtgaragetalk.com. But as for us, we're about to go have fun in that Ranger that has been following us for the past 34 miles. Until next time, gearheads.
Bye.
Thank you, T-Man.
You did good, buddy.
She died while you were talking. I said that smelled like poop in here.
Oh, boy.
And a toilet.
Oh, boy. Everybody ready?
I'm ready.
Ready.
I'm not ready. Okay, I'm ready.
We could fit our family of 3 and another family of 3 in here.
And then still have one more.
Okay, here I go.
Here we go.
Towing.
Towing. Holly's towing.
Towing.
You've adjusted your mirrors and everything.
Yeah.